everyone, welcome, and tonight is Let's Talk, so let's get started. Yes, I know we haven't needed Let's Talk in a while, so we are definitely going to get back into it on today. Today, Let's Talk is now, I want to give a big shout out right now to Clutch Magazine because I'm actually getting everything from them today. Went to the site, seen Independent, got to reading about it. I was like, I have to speak on it. So I want to thank Dee Son at Clutch Magazine for such a great site. But you must look at Miss SparkWisdom's video. It is called The Deception of the Independent Woman. You must check her out. She weighed in on her video on how she feels about the word independent. You guys must check her out. So you must tune in to this today because I want you guys to come back and tell me what is your definition of independence. So let's get right to it. I want you guys definitely understand that independent is going to be a number of things because everybody was raised differently. Me, myself, being raised by my grandmother and my dad, very early on, I knew I wanted to be just like my grandmother. My grandmother had 16 kids. I never seen her struggle. I never, ever seen my grandmother without having her lights on, water, not paying her mortgage, none of that. She always held it down. I just never seen my grandmother struggle. She has always made sure that I had the best Easter dresses, my hair always together. Until I was 15 years old, I could get my own job. So my first job, I was 15 years old. My first car, I paid it in cash. She definitely showed me how to manage my money and what I wanted and what I needed. She let me know which one was the two. What do you need and what do you want? So I'm very thankful that I was brought up by her because I saw things totally different. And also going to school your first year, you know how you always see those Discover cards. You can get your first Discover card by being in school. And I was like, I can get a card, yes. And I went home and I said, they said I can get a credit card. She said, do you have a job? I said, no. And she said, well, keep it moving. So I was like, okay. So later on, when I had a job that was steady, she told me to go get a loan. I gave her the money and she told me she'll pay back the interest. And I started building up my credit. So that really gave me the stomping ground of independence, because after that, anything I applied for, anything I wanted, I got it. So I was like, wow, all I have to do is pay my bills on time. So from then on, I knew I always had to have a job, always. No one was gonna pay it but you. She always told me, no one can mess your credit up but you. Now, today, it's so many scams going on to where that can happen, but the way she put it, I definitely understand it. So she was like, if you can't afford it, leave it in the store. So I just think differently, and I'm so glad and proud the way I was raised to have an independent grandmother that I fed off her to be the independent woman I am today. Now, me personally, of being independent, I don't need a man to take care of me. Now, later in life, when I decide to get married and have a husband, now I want him to play his role of a husband. I don't want to be the husband and the wife because everybody plays their part. So at that time when I have a husband, I'm not going to lose my independence, but it is certain things that he will do as a man to hold his house down. So that's how I feel about the word of independence. Now, I'm independent and single. So of course, at this point, I can pay my own bills, I can get my own nails done, my own hair done. I definitely don't need a man for that. So, independent women out there, I just want to tell you guys, keep your head up, you know, stand your ground. Don't be so like to the world, like, I don't need no man, because at the end of the day, like SparkWisdom say, you know, we do want that male companion, but at the end of the day, I don't need him to do all of what I can do myself. But if he decides to be that male role boyfriend, fiance, husband, you being with me, you will play your part. But I honestly don't think I will ever lose my sense of independence on me honestly depending fully on a man because the way I was raised. Now, I have a friend that I can still say she's independent because she's a housewife. She holds it down. I mean, it's like she's working a whole 8 to 5. Now her job, I would never want to do. I wouldn't want to be a housewife, but she holds it down so well, and she always be, I'm independent, and her husband's bringing all the money in. So don't think just because you don't have a job that you can't say you're independent. Yes, you can. You can still, in my opinion, hold that sign up that I am independent. So just don't lose yourself. Don't just honestly let a man just really just take over you because you are not working, that you really can't just really hold the fork down. Just, I want everybody, I don't know, I just want everybody to be happy. It's just crazy. But yes, my definition of independent is just definitely holding your own, but definitely don't lose yourself. Like, I could just say I'm independent. I don't go around saying I'm independent, I don't need a man, I can do this, I can do that. No, I don't have to shout that out to everybody. When I have a conversation with a guy, I don't have to say that. But if we're up there having dinner, I'm not gonna look at you. I'm just not. I'm not gonna look at you to be like, yo, you're gonna pay for the bill. I'll just be like, that's just how much I'll show him I don't need him. So it's just the way it is. I don't know. But I'm definitely not the throw it in your face type that I don't need you. I've never been that type. But I would definitely, you would just definitely know by if you speak to me or how you talk to me that you will already sense that that's just the way I am, because that's the way I was raised, that I don't have to depend on no one. That's including my dad, mom, nobody to help me, because I really have grown to know how to take care of myself and how to manage and know what I can afford and know what I can't afford. So you guys, let me know, what is your definition of independent, of holding it down? So definitely thank you once again, Clutch Magazine. Thank you, SparkWisdom, for just tuning in to that on the deception of an independent woman. Whew, that was good. So I want to know what you guys have to say. Comments and videos. What is an independent woman? Let me know. Bye, you guys.